Hey, this is Zach and my wife Kirsty Boober. We bought a home with the Nathan Clark team back in 2020. Um, it was a great process. When we had to think back, like, what did we remember? The good thing was there was no bad things to remember. There was no roadblocks and speed bumps. Everything the Nathan Clark team was supposed to be there for, they were there for. It was an old house. I had questions. Our realtor answered those questions or found the people to answer those questions. He always answered my phone calls like very promptly. Um, and he gave me advice as a realtor, but also as a young man. He gave me, like, I could ask him questions and he could give me, like, man to man advice that I could consider. Never stepping over the line, but really just a terrific person to have in my corner through the whole process. And we bought the home in March of 2020, which was the beginning of the COVID lockdowns. And the week we were supposed to close, all the restaurants started closing, and we were scared. What's that going to look like? But the Nathan Clark team, they were on it, and they were fast, and we were able to close that Friday um, because the March 13th, I took the day out of work, and I didn't go back for a year. But the Clark team got us in the home, and they worked through everything to get us there. And then a few years later, when we decided to relocate to a different state, we had family, we had friends who were realtors and wanted to help sell the house because it was a beautiful home. But we knew from our previous experience who we were going to choose. And it was right back to the Nathan Clark team. And, that experience was even less memorable because it was so fast. Mm-hmm. We put that house on the market. They helped us through all the things that go into that, the pricing, the inspections, all of it. And it was done before we knew it. We live in a different state now, but if we ever come back to that state, there's zero doubt in our mind who we would choose. They were fast, responsive, everything we needed them to be when we needed them to be it. And I couldn't recommend their service. The people they connected us to, the inspectors, who's the lady?
Photographer.
The photographer,
the mortgage
loan officers, all of those things. It was like the dream team of buying and selling a home. Just phenomenal. Nothing but good things to say about the Nathan Clark team. Highly recommend them.
Could I say something?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't think at the time we realized how great everything was because it was so smooth. The communication was on point until we bought a house in another state with another realtor, another team. We lost a lot of money. My husband was always checking in with the realtor. The realtor wasn't checking in with him, wasn't updating him. It was a really awful experience, and it made us appreciate both experiences that we had with the Nathan Clark team so much better because it was just so easy, so smooth. The communication was unbelievable. Even if there wasn't any communication, we were being communicated with, saying, hey, still no update, just wanted to let you know. And it's a huge buying process. It's the biggest expense, the biggest purchase we will make in our lives. And to have somebody holding our hand through the whole process both times was tremendous. So thank you, Nathan Clark team. You definitely have customers for life if we move back.
Thank y'all.